folks. This is Neha Verma, the Marketing Director here at Carillon. It is 2 p.m. and we're going to wait about 2 minutes here and see if we can't get a few more folks to roll in, and then we will get started. So I appreciate everybody being on time. Give us just a few minutes. Thanks. Alrighty, well, I think we're going to get started. Hi, my name is Neha Verma. I'm the Marketing Director here at Carillon ERP. We're really pleased that you could join us today for this exciting demo. This presentation should only take about 20 minutes. We'll have 10 minutes left at the end for Q&A. If you have any questions during the presentation, feel free to type them into the chat box at the bottom right-hand corner of your GoToMeeting sidebar. Mary Castile, the Senior Manager here at Carillon, is also here today to answer any technical questions that you might have. Do you want to say hi, Mary? Well, she's here, and if you would
Hi, everybody. Sorry about that. My mute was on.
No worries. So Mary's here, too. If you have any questions, feel free to type them into the sidebar, and I'll basically read them off to her. You can minimize that sidebar by clicking on the orange button on the top left-hand corner of that sidebar. So let's get right into it. Carillon proudly announces its new integration with QuickTag by ImageTag. Carillon has always been that software that you trusted with paperless reporting and analytic features. Now, along with QuickTag, which is a complete document and business process management solution, Carillon ERP will also be able to reduce paperwork for invoicing, HR, and shipping. With this new integration, Carillon customers will be able to simplify their lives by storing and cataloging any and all documents that they want. Any loose paper documents can be scanned and saved into Carillon and accessed from anywhere. Digital items like Word documents, PDF files, and emails that we often get can be easily added to the system via drag and drop or email. Just think about all of the storage rooms full of invoices that you have that you can now eliminate. The beauty of this integration is that any document can be attached to data, location, or contracts within the Carillon system once that document's been scanned in. Our developers have put a lot of hard work into making the integration with QuickTag seamless, so this new feature is as intuitive, as simplistic, and as quick as Carillon is. These are just a few examples of the types of documents you can digitize and connect to Carillon data now. Although there are 3 distinct ways to enter a document in for categorization, those being drag and drop, email, and scan, for today's purposes, we'll start with a vendor invoice at the top there, and we will give you a short demonstration of how easy it is to scan a document in. So it's 3 easy steps to enter this document directly into Carillon permanently. All we really have added to your usual process of processing an invoice is scanning that document. You enter the information into Carillon as usual. So this integration is saving you time when it comes to filing the document after you processed it. It saves you space that it would require that you'd require to retain that document, and then it basically eliminates the time involved with retrieving that document when you need it later on. Step 1 in this process is to take the next QuickTag barcode, which you can see in that picture there. The dispenser comes with the system, and you attach one of those barcodes to the invoice, anywhere on the invoice. Step 2 is scanning that document into the system. So that as soon as you scan that document, it will default into the unprocessed payables drawer or folder, and you can adjust where that document ends up based on the presets of your scanner. Any commercial scanner can be used to do this, even ones that are part of a multi-use office machine, like a fax, scan, phone combo, like the one that you see in the picture here. You can scan and view the documents in QuickTag from any location that has internet access, and once you save that document in Carillon, it can be accessed within Carillon after that. So one of the neatest things about this software is how smart it is. It doesn't matter where you put the QuickTag barcode on the invoice. You can have it sideways, upside down, off to a corner. As long as it's on the front side of the page, QuickTag is smart enough to pick up that, hey, this is the barcode, to read that barcode number, and it'll actually automatically fill in that info. It'll tag it. So you don't need any kind of consistency on where that barcode is on the page or what that page looks like. So any place that there is empty space, you can put that barcode. Once you've scanned it in, that document, like I said, goes into the unprocessed payables drawer. And this is what that looks like. It's a pretty intuitive screen. It was named a drawer because, much like a drawer on your filing cabinet, there are no subdrawers in it. So there's no hierarchy. There's no quote-unquote subfolders possible. I'm going to guide you through the visual here. So off on the right side, you've got the actual image of what you've just scanned in. The middle here is all of the documents that you have in that drawer. So, and this can be from any location. So if you're scanning in documents into that single unprocessed payables drawer, they'll show up from Dallas, from Houston, or from California, or Bermuda, or wherever you are. All of those will show up right here. Off on the left side, you've got the meta tag data, and this is information that Carillon fills in later on, but you can tell initially, as soon as you've scanned it in, it's smart enough to pick up the barcode number that was on that document that you scanned in. Security for QuickTag is done on a user level. Only specific people will have access to specific drawers. Another great part of this QuickTag configuration is that you can scan the documents in from any store location. So the locations actually don't even need to have a QuickTag license necessarily to scan in documents. If you have job sites or warehouses or satellite stores that receive documents, your payables clerk can go into QuickTag at the end of the day, process all of the invoices, packing slips, POs, whatever those documents are from all these different locations, just like they would a stack of invoices on their desk. The difference being that obviously they would get there much faster, the documents would be much more dependable, and you'd already have a key piece of information filled out on the document, being the QuickTag number. So the last step in this process is to pull up Carillon in a screen and pull up QuickTag in a screen. And this would be usually done by your payables clerk, wherever that person is, whether it's a centralized location or whether you have multiple in 2 different locations. But you have them pull up QuickTag and enter that data into Carillon just like you would a paper voucher. The big difference being, or the only difference being, that we've added this imaged back tab now. And you can see that you've got the image ID, which is your QuickTag number, and then the capability to categorize what type of document it is, when it was created, delete, and then the launch button, which will take you back into QuickTab as soon as you've saved it, and you'll be able to view that specific document. Once you've hit save within Carillon, move that document into the processed payables drawer in QuickTag, and now that information is permanently connected between QuickTag and Carillon. So Carillon is actually smart enough to go into QuickTag, update the metadata within QuickTag, and as soon as you hit save, it's searchable in both softwares then. And that document is permanently linked to your Carillon data as well. So if you were to try and search a document within QuickTag, this is what it would look like. There's a search button up at the top here. You'd click on that, and once you've saved it within Carillon, like I said, you can search it based on any metadata that you entered in. So if you were to search for, let's say, a vendor name, it would pull up every single document attached to that vendor, regardless of time or what type of document it is, and you could view all of those documents from QuickTag. So that works for vendor name, invoice number, image ID, any document basically associated to that meta tag. On the flip side, you can also look it up within Carillon just like you would otherwise. You know, your drill down, the image tab would be on these 8 screens initially, and you'd be able to hit the launch button on the right side of that field and look at that specific document. So these are the 8 screens that this feature is initially available on. These screens will expand, obviously, as we do more development. Right now, we are offering a promotion in terms of price, but along with that pricing discount, we also are offering to develop this back tab into any windows that you'd like in addition to these 8 initial offerings. So let me lead you through a few examples of what these screens look like. I'll tell you a little bit more about that pricing discount later on, but I do want you to know that we have a promotion on the types of windows that we can add it to. So this is the image back tab that we're talking about. And as you can see, you have the capability to add multiple images, categorize those images, and launch. This is the button that you would hit. It would open up a browser screen specifically for QuickTag, and then you'd be able to view that specific license or that specific W4 in that screen. Other examples of employee maintenance would be I-9s, let's say. This is your contact maintenance window. So this would be applicant resumes, references, business cards, anything that you'd like to add, basically, you could do here. We just showed you an example of voucher entry by amount. So this is the parallel screen, voucher entry by item, and you've got the same capability. You know, if you have multiple invoices attached to that voucher entry, here's the launch button to view those specific documents. Sales order entry, so POs, packing slips, anything that you would receive at, let's say, a warehouse location or any satellite stores that you have. And journal entries. That actually reminds me, you have the capability to add Word and Excel documents into QuickTag as well. So in addition to these documents that you see here, if you have, let's say, an amortization schedule that's in an Excel sheet, you can add that into QuickTag and definitely connect it back to a journal entry, a specific journal entry, and then be able to access it from both Carillon and QuickTag. So it is just that easy. It's that simple. You can jump back and forth between the 2 softwares. You can look up documents in either QuickTag using vendor name or invoice number, just like you would in Carillon. Now, what you do with that paperwork after you've digitized it is completely up to you, but you do not need to have the paper physically in your hands to access that information anymore. It's really valuable integration if you think about all the space and time that you save. Specifically for clients who receive important documents in multiple locations, this integration will help you see payables, HR, and shipping in real time on an organization level instead of a location-to-location level. So if you look at space and time and money saved, it builds a really strong case for return on investment. So that brings me to pricing. Right now, we have a pre-release price that takes $2,000 off of the price of the module that it will be after it's released. We can only offer you that price until it's officially released. Unfortunately, I don't know when that release date will be. All I can tell you is that the developers are very close. They're dotting the I's and crossing the T's as we speak. As an additional bonus, we'll also be able to add that imaging back tab to any one of the windows that you'd like to add it to in addition to those 8 that we're initially offering. Again, that promotion is only good until we've officially released the module, and then the price will go up, and we may not be able to add those windows for you for free. So let's see. I know that we're going to have some QuickTag questions just to give you a ballpark on pricing. QuickTag is not included in these numbers, the licensing of that software, and it'll vary based on the number of users, anywhere from 8K to 15, and that's not including the scanner or the server if you need them, but again, any conventional scanner will work for this QuickTag integration, and depending on the type of setup that you have, you may not need QuickTag licenses for your satellite locations or your warehouses. That being said, do we have any questions from the audience? And Mary, do you have anything that you'd like to add?
Not to that, unless there's any questions, except that we are scheduled to release this new feature this week. We're very close, so it will should be released this week.
Alrighty. I'm not seeing any questions in the box here. Maybe people are just being shy, or maybe they want to wait until they speak to you directly. Anything at all? Alrighty. Well, I don't see anything in the chat box here. What we'll do is I can send you my email address, which was included in the invitation, or you're welcome to contact Mary as well. I'd like to thank everyone again for joining us for this webinar. Like I said, if you have any questions later on, feel free to email either one of us. I will be sending out the technical specs for QuickTag just for your own edification and for your own information in case you want to get a quote from us. And I'll also go ahead and send out the slide deck so that you can share that with any coworkers who happen to miss it. If you do want another look at this integration, or you know anyone else at your organization who might want to, contact me directly and we'll see if we can't figure out a way to set up a separate webinar for your organization. Contact Mary for sure to lock in this special pricing today. Let her know which windows you want enhanced. This pricing, like we said, is only good until the official release, and even Mary can't tell you what that is. So just as a last thought, be sure to follow our company on our LinkedIn page. We always throw up our new features that we are developing. We're always looking for input on what we should be doing next, and we do keep everyone updated on our cooperations through our LinkedIn page as well. So if we don't have any questions, we'll look forward to speaking to you very soon about this module, and thank you again for your time.